Okay, so session 8. Of course, mostly the design task starts with a real site, with a real topographic survey, invariably carried out in AutoCAD, received as a DWG file. Partly, presumably, because the laser technology now is locked to an Autodesk product, which wouldn't surprise me. There's a chemistry between the manufacturers of the survey equipment and Autodesk. So what you get when you've imported, so you import that DWG file, in this case where you can see I've got two layers: survey 3D and survey 2D. There's a reason for that. First of all, if you're lucky, the AutoCAD survey file, its contour lines will have 3D values, which is great because it's a 3D drawing. Now, of course, when you import that in Vectorworks, we're not sure if it's a 2D or a 3D file, and we're converting objects to either all 3D, 2D and 3D, or all 2D. Okay, so we don't know. We've been sent an AutoCAD topographic survey. We're going to hope that at least the contours will be in 3D, as in this case they were. And then there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's in 2D that is not 3D, right? And that, of course, was exactly the case with this one. I mean, in the worst case, everything is 2D, but you've got to try both. So you've got to import it twice. You've got to import it once as a 3D conversion and then as a 2D conversion. There is no joy in the hybrid option because it just all becomes a mess. My 3D stuff, fortunately, and with a good surveyor, those things did have a 3D value, and there they are. You can see them inside elevation. There's definitely a 3D, and that will go brilliantly by a Vectorworks site model, design terrain modeler, straight into that. Will become your site model, no problem. But then there's a bunch of stuff that that may be 2D information that I need. Okay, and there is. I mean, in this case, there were also 2D contours. So I'm just going to turn those off in the 2D view because I don't need them, and of course I've renamed the class, so when I import it, of course, I have to select them all, make sure that their attributes are by class, and then give them this class contour major, right? Fine. I mean, there's always a chore converting your imported layer class names into your own one. So I have a bunch of these, like, okay, site text, hooray, guess what, it's text about the site. Coordinate topo, so these are topographical coordinates. You can turn those off. What else have we got? So I've converted this site party fence, so that's a fence line. This FE stands for fence and site survey text. So this is a whole lot of 2D information, and the symbols there. That's one of the imported class names. Tree, great tree. Well, it's easy enough because it's a symbol. We can just replace it. So I can replace that with my own tree. And in this case, I've got a tree. Okay, I'll import that tree. Use that tree. So these are global operations you can do to tidy the whole thing up, and make it into your own readable format. There's a 3D symbol as a tree. So in fact, I will replace that with my own hybrid tree. I'm going to turn those off for now. Okay, right, great. So we've got a bunch of 3D polygons, and that's all you need to make a site model. Whoopee. And I'm afraid, okay, so what do you do? Oops, I think what we better do is just activate that class and then isolate it. Oops, hang on. Oops, sorry, there we are. Just have that only. Oh, we got Actually, it doesn't matter. Probably better to use less polys. Oh look, that, and you'll have to join them up. Okay, if there's breaks in them, there are some breaks. Oh god. So I need the 3D poly tool, and I just have to join those. Okay. Oops. Forgot to double click. Right. Just join them up. Select them. Oh, it's not actually. He hasn't actually joined, has he? Let's just do that carefully. Endpoint to endpoint, right? Select all the bits and just compose. Okay, right, one 3D poly. So there might be a bit of repair work to do and stuff like that. And then when you're ready, I mean, what I have actually done, and I won't do any more. Well, it might be the better way is get a 3D locus. Select your polygon and duplicate a long path. Okay, at fixed distance intervals of maybe 25 meters is enough, and make sure that they're all retain their Z value. If you want to do that, you can take those points out, and I've made a layer called Topo Data. Let's turn all the classes back on. This should just be the this should just, oh, it seems to have gone. Okay, well, all it was all of those points put onto one layer, so that when I then imagine that there's now about 50 or 100 of these, we go to window, we go to model, we go to site model, and we go to create site model, and there, I mean, it just does it. It just does it. You set your minor contour intervals, depending on what you want to what representation you want. I mean, extruded. What are they called? Sorry, hang on. Oops, yeah. Extruded 3D contours are lovely. They are lovely. My goodness, they take up RAM. I have recently done a site model. It was just vast hectares, and it was too much. So I had to resort to just the mesh, which is fine. And if you want something lightweight, or for visual reasons you want to give a sort of graphic where the contours are just lines, then you can just choose 3D contours, and you get some nice lines. Your graphic properties here again. Use, they see the site, they're not set by class, so the fill it's not set by the class. Make all attributes by class, please. And it's whatever the layer is. I mean, I use a layer, I create my site model in a layer called site topography, and I control the fill and the rendering and all the rest of it. But you can save your settings, so I've got some here. DOM site graphics. Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, it should be. Oops, no, that didn't work. Site model graphics, yeah. So anyway, save those settings. A bit of a bore. Your 2D color, you want a layer called contour minor, contour major. Anyway, you can play around with that. Cancel that, and I'm going to cancel this because obviously I haven't got enough data there to do that. So let's go to my site model. Some reason we're not seeing it, are we? Oh, where is it? Oops. We're not seeing it. Oh, what's going on? Whoops. Oh, they're right. Hang on. Yeah, there we are. Topo data. Topo. Oh yeah, there we are. Right. Actually, yeah. So there it is. This is the site model made from the Topo data. Oh, they are there. Sorry. Yeah. So that's how I made it, from all of these things, all of these locus points, which I did rather laboriously by duplicating along the path of the imported 3D AutoCAD drawing. Right. So there he is. It's in site topography. All its attributes are set by class. So there it is. It's a nice steep site actually, and we can just render it in and then stick an evening light a helidon in the afternoon, or a helidon in the morning. Even better, put the site then on. The site then, those trees, when I've substituted them, great tool, very powerful, very wonderful. Don't even have to worry now about whether objects are in the right place, which we'll just demonstrate very quickly to end this. There's a tree. Oops, why am I going to pick that tree? That's it, right? So there's its Z coordinate. I'm just going to ping it back to 0. Doesn't matter. It's absolutely wonderful tool. Absolutely wonderful tool. I don't have to bother about measuring, sticking a locus, finding out what height it is. I simply select it, right click, or go through the model menu and, where is it? Send to surface. Marvellous. Thanks for watching.